Hello friends, this is Satvinder Bhatia from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today very excited because today I have a good news to share with you. What is that good news? So I'll share all the details with you, but before that, a small request. If you are new to the channel and have not subscribed to the channel yet, please consider subscribing. We talk a lot about Canadian immigration news, update, tips and tricks on this channel. If you like the video, please share it with your family and friends, and please press the bell icon so that this video comes to you immediately when we upload. So as I said, without wasting any more single minute, let's move on to the good news. So what is this good news? This good news is that now it is even more easier to convert visitor visa to work permit. So I have a complete video on how to convert visitor visa to work permit. If you have not watched that, I would highly recommend that you watch the entire video how to convert visitor visa to work permit. But today, what is the good news? So today, an announcement happened by Honorable Minister Sean Fraser, and I am sharing today itself this video to you. So here is first of all the announcement from the government website right in front of you. Here it is. So visitors can continue to apply for work permit inside Canada with temporary policy extended for 2 years. The policy got extended 2 years. So this policy was that you can apply for work permit, visitors can apply for work permit inside Canada, but this policy was till February 28, 2023, which is today. The policy was till today. It was supposed to finish, and believe me, there were so many people who were under the panic situation. What will we do? What will we do? Even we were also tense that today the policy is ending, and there were so many. But thank you to Honorable Sean Fraser, our Minister for Immigration, and the policy got extended, and it got extended for 2 years. So February 28, 2025, 2 years the extension is done for this policy. Now, a very important concept of this policy is called flagpoling. What is flagpoling? So that is a very important question, and it is very important to understand what is flagpoling. So flagpoling is when you leave Canada and return to Canada without entering US. Flagpoling happens at Canada-US border. So you leave Canada and you come back to Canada without entering US. So what happens when you leave Canada, you inform the officer, the Canadian visa officer, border security officer, that you want to do flagpole. So you tell the officer that I want to do flagpole. When you tell the officer you want to do the flagpole, he will direct you to the US border, where they will do is you inform them that you are here to the flagpole, and they will do the refusal of admission. They will give you a form which is called refusal of admission form. They will not let you come to the US and you go back to the Canadian border. There you will take that form, you will submit that form, all other documents, and then the visa officer will issue you the work permit. So this is the process in simpler form. But the complications are also there in this. Let me first tell you the advantages, and then I will come back to the complications. So first of all, what are the advantages of flagpoling? So advantages of flagpoling, there is a system, so there must be some advantages, right? In English it is always called that there is always a flip side of the picture. There is always the other side of the coin. You looking at this picture, there may be a flip side. So we will talk both sides. We will talk about advantages first and then the disadvantages. So advantages. The advantages, the first advantage of flagpoling is it is a faster process. It's literally much faster. So it's a faster process. You avoid long waiting time of submission. You submit the file, you wait, that is a submission waiting time, but you avoid all this. And in a single day, you get your status, that is your work permit. So that is an advantage. But everything has a cost. So there are disadvantages also. What are the disadvantages? So the disadvantages are there is high risk involved and you have a high chance of rejection or refusal. There could be a removal order issued against you. There could be detention. If the officer finds that you are inadmissible to Canada, he can also issue detention orders for you. So all this is very much possible. So now the question is, who should avoid flagpoling? So of course, this is a very common question and the answers to this are also very simple. Who should avoid flagpoling? First of all, any person who has a weak English, his command over the English language is not good, he should avoid flagpoling. Reason? Because your question answers are in English. Visa officer is either talking French or English. If you don't know English or French, or your communication is poor, particularly in English, I would highly recommend that you avoid doing flagpoling. Weak file. Your profile or your file is weak. Whatever the reasons, I am not going into the detail, but if your file, you feel your file is weak, I will strongly recommend not to go for flagpoling. Sometimes it's a personality issue. Some people, they get nervous very easily. Particularly when they see a police officer or a visa officer, they get nervous very easily. So if your personality is that type that you get nervous easily, I will highly recommend avoid flagpoling. And of course, if you are having any kind of medical condition which can lead to any kind of panic or any kind of such situation, I would recommend that you should avoid flagpoling. Now, you have understood about what are the advantages and disadvantages of flagpoling and who should not do the flagpoling. Now, the question is, what is the alternative? The alternative is that you can submit your file online. When government has extended the online file submission for 2 years, then why there is a need to go for flagpoling? You can submit your file online and avoid flagpoling. So, advantages of online file application. When you submit the online file, first of all, there is no need to go to the border. You can sit in the comfort of your home and submit the file. You can go to the office of an immigration consultant, talk to them, and from that office you can, in comfort, you can submit your file. There is no need to go to the border. Second, there is no interview, no panic, no cross questioning. That's the most important thing. There is no cross questioning by visa officer. And third, that you get ample amount of time. You are not under some stress to produce a document. Right? So when you collect all those documents, then you file your case. Sometimes if someone goes to the border, visa officer asks for a document. If you don't have the document, you are done. Thank you. But if you are filing online, you can take your sweet time and submit the file. And you can verify the file, you can submit and verify the documents, you get plenty of chance. Because of this, when you are submitting a complete comprehensive file, your chances of approval increase manifold and risk decreases. So these are the advantages of submitting the file online. Now, who will benefit with this new policy? So this policy, which is extended for 2 more years, this policy will benefit all those who are here in Canada on a visitor visa and they intend to get the work permit. This will benefit them. And those who are not yet in Canada, but they plan to travel to Canada, or they plan to get a visitor visa and then move on to the work permit, this policy will benefit all those. So as I always say, each case is unique. Every situation is unique. Every person's goal is unique. So if you want to discuss your own file, you can book an appointment with us. Our address, email ID, phone number, everything is shared right here with you. And very important thing, if you have still not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Our team puts lots of effort to bring all these informative videos to you. So consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks.